How's it going, guys? I'm Jamie the Comic and welcome to Review This Shit, the show I review shit you're too pussy to watch. Now, we've all heard of video game movies and cartoon movies that have a live action movie, and they generally suck. Why? Because most of the time they have nothing to do with the source material. Even though it's got the same name and the same characters, it goes off in a completely different plot and or setting. But what if a live action movie of a cartoon sucks because it's far too close to its original source material? Case in point, Popeye. Don't you dare bring the classic yet outdated cartoon into this piss shit. You're only going to... Oh, yeah, knew it. It's a boat. Yeah, it's still a boat. Okay, it's still a boat. Fucking do something! I do like the movies that reboot a franchise into something dark and gritty, but I can tell already this is going to be painful. Okay, in cartoons this was probably hilarious, but here it's painful. So we meet Popeye, played by Robbie Williams. Oh, God. Well, props to the creators for taking the source material and turning it into live action. But does he have the voice?
Tax this, tax that. Oh, my madam. I'm just disgusted. When you pay your taxes, you should get a cervix. Yeah.
Yes, of course he does. And it's annoying as hell. So the taxman comes and forces Popeye to pay for docking. Yay!
You're near in town, right?
Call this a town? Yeah.
So we get the gags you expect from the show, and Popeye walks up the street looking like he just shit himself, but for some reason no one likes him and gives him a hard time. Movie. Perhaps you could, explain why no one likes him? Nope. No explanation? Okay. Carry on until you feel like telling us. We'll be waiting. So he finally finds a bed and breakfast to stay at while Hagrid in the background there is just being nosy. And we meet Olive. Okay, guys. I'm gonna be honest here. You might want to prepare yourself for weeks and weeks of nightmares. Because I watched this show many years ago, right? And I remembered nothing. I didn't even remember Popeye was played by Robbie Williams. But what you're about to see of Olive is the only thing you are going to remember in this movie. Are you ready?
I won't be engaged in this hat.
What the fuck are you?
There's nothing.
I mean, I'm not saying she's an ugly person, but just the way she dresses makes her look...
What do you think? Ugly. I ask you, have you ever seen anything so ugly?
Yes! F***ing you! My God, of all the cartoon to live action actors, this is the worst I've ever seen. I mean, she doesn't even know how to act, she won't even know how to sing. Oh, yeah, there is more singing, by the way. And they just made her look terrible.
What kind of name is olive oil? Sounds like some kind of lubricant.
Okay, that's funny, but you've got a long way to go.
Your name really Olives?
So what?
Olives oil?
So the fact they don't know each other and Oliver is engaged to Pluto indicates this is a prequel to the cartoon. But again, does it explain why the townspeople don't like him? Nope. Will they ever explain? Nope. Later that night, a couple of the town's residents comes to the B&B for breakfast, and Popeye joins them.
Oh, you can't talk me out of anything. I'm not a child.
I'll say you're not a child.
Who says I'm not a child?
You said you're not a child, and I agreed with you, that too.
Who asked you to agree with me?
Well, no one can stop me from agreeing with you if I want to.
I can't.
This is woman's logic at its finest, people. Honey, does this make me look fat? I'm not getting involved with this. That night we meet Pluto, where he does an impression of a backwards rooster.
It's 9 o'clock! Curfew! Lights out!
Yeah, you better get used to these useless moments.
Good night, Papa.
Okay, that's funny and very depressing. The next morning, the town partakes in its daily song.
Everything is food, food, food. Everything is food to go.
This is a bin. This is an Xbox 360 controller. And this is a PC gaming mouse. 3 things that are not considered food. So therefore, everything is not fucking food! After Wimpy steals Popeye's burger, he tells him that he's come to look for his father, and as he tries to leave, some sailors intimidate him and they start causing problems.
Daddy, I'd ship out too.
Yeah, you're too dumb looking to leave on a doorstep.
Later that night, Popeye joins the rest of the town folk at Olive's engagement party.
How happy this makes me to attend Miss Goyle's parties.
I'm so lonely, so lonely, so lonely inside real alone.
So he leaves, and at the house we are left with Olive singing.
He's got money.
No!
And respect. That's true. He's better than the rest. That's true. He may not.
Shut up!
Pluto comes to see her, everyone sucks up to him, and Olive sneaks out of her window. Wait, what? You were singing that you love him to bits, and now all of a sudden you don't? I never understand women logic. Olive manages to bump into Popeye, and we get
Don't you see which direction I'm facing?
nothing important at all.
Now you're facing easterly, maybe a little southwest. Place your bets.
I'm going to do you a favour, I'm skipping a lot of this because all it is her being a bitch and Pluto getting angry while he's waiting. A mysterious person swaps Olive's basket for one that has a baby in it. Okay, please explain, Letter.
Right. I must trust only, baby. You're a baby, it says here, right there, right. I must trust someone only, baby, until I frees myself of certain financial obligations. Which would take 25 years or so. Which time I shall reclaim him. In the meantime, love him as only a mother could. Signed, a mother.
Back at the B&B, we get a very well-sung song. Maybe it's because I'm sick of all the other songs sung so far, but this song actually sounds good and really well sung.
I mean, you know what I mean. You know what I say. You know what I mean. Mean. You know what I mean.
Olive and Popeye returns to the B&B with baby in hand, and Pluto gets the idea he stole Olive and shows just how pissed off he is.
It's sometime.
The next day, Pluto sends his tax friend to the B&B to take all of their belongings to pay off a debt Pluto created to take revenge on Olive's family. We then see there's a famous boxer in town and he is offering a cash reward to anyone who can last one round with him in the ring. Olive's brother takes up the challenge to earn money to save their home, and I don't even need to watch this to know it's not going to end well. God, I am so bored! How long have I got left? What? I'm only halfway through? before, but fuck it, I'm skipping a lot of it. Where's that remote? Yep. Right, good, right. Yep, okay. Go. Right. Popeye's father is in the village, but he is working with Pluto because he's actually the Commodore. Pluto has kidnapped Sweepy, the baby, and after hearing his father is here, Popeye goes to investigate. Okay, guys, just so you know, I literally skipped 30 minutes of this movie. That's a quarter of the movie. And, believe it or not, there was nothing. I've skipped it for you. I had to f***ing watch it. There was literally nothing but... Oh, Popeye. We don't need that in a movie. We need substance. They hug it out and go after Pluto, who is using the baby to show him where the treasure is. Does that explain? I don't care anymore. Popeye and Pluto meet and fight it out with a giant octopus in the water.
You're in trouble now! Whoa! Octopus! Help!
Say it with me now.
Shut up!
Popeye's father hands him a can of spinach, but he refuses to eat it because he doesn't like it. Pluto force feeds him the spinach, not knowing shit is about to get real.
Now, my treasure!
Sound the charge, kid.
Look at that! Pluto's turned yellow! Fraidy cat! Fraidy cat!
Bad garbage!
Weak! Okay, that was Popeye. Is it any good? Do you seriously have to ask? I've never been so bored like this at a movie before, and I've watched The Room. It follows the source material way too much to the point where it's cartoon humour, and it looks very out of place even with an adaptation. None of the characters are memorable besides your nightmares for the next 2 weeks. The story is not even there, and any plot that does go somewhere stops halfway. This is not a recommended movie, and just be glad I watched it all so you don't have to. I'm Jamie the Comic, and I have literally watched the shit you are allowed, and you have my full permission to be too pussy to watch. I need a f***ing drink. Thanks very much for watching, guys. And you know, I've actually had a few comments and emails and people just coming up to me and saying, how could you hate Popeye? It's a classic. I think the real question is, how could you like this movie? And here's a little Easter egg for you. During the scripting and filming of this review, I was actually doing a TV show. I passed the audition, I went filming, but unfortunately, the show has yet to be greenlit, so it may never see the light of day. But hey, I was good enough for a cancelled TV show.